Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Silence, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
Через CNBC сообщил гендиректор Сотбис.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Weird Wednesday. My lovely co-host, Jamie D, the living dead girl. What's up, everybody?
Ghost box back there.
Yeah.
That's deliberate.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Uh-oh, they're talking about the CDC. Yeah, I thought I'd open it up a little ghost box and, in the background there. So how's everybody been doing? Sorry we missed last week. Had some technical difficulties.
We almost lost tonight, too.
Yeah, it was close. Telling Jamie, I got everything lined up. I'm all good to go. All of a sudden, shit hits the fan.
See, we did it last week. We were done so ahead of time. We were so organized.
And my drink is just like...
So I guess it proves we don't need to get all that organized, because every time we do...
Yeah, we do better when we just fly off the seat of our pants.
I think so.
Yeah, I just opened my drink. And
are you wearing it?
Yeah, I'm wearing half of it. Half of it is in my other drink. Don't know how coffee and tea is going to be. And
at least we only see from here down up.
It's true. Because I'm not wearing pants. Maybe I am.
You're not.
Maybe I'm not. Yeah, what's that?
Zariana says we had a bear attack on a woman protecting her dog. The bear had 3 cubs. All unfortunately lost their lives.
Wow.
It's definitely tragic here. I'm heartbroken.
Yeah,
all the cubs. Wait, did the dog get? Oh, I don't want to. Did the dog get the cubs, or what happened? Is the woman okay? That's horrible.
I was going to do a bear story here. We had a bear story here, that not too far from my house. People's camera caught a bear, just cruising around in their yard, coming up on their porch. looking in the window, you know, like, hey, got any waffles? Bears, man, that would freak me out.
Well, there was a story I was going to send to you about a Florida woman who got hit by a flying turtle, but I didn't want to, because I didn't want to know that the turtle got hurt, even though I'm doing a story about a flying fish that, you know, gets smacked into a windshield. I didn't want to know what happened to the turtle, but yeah, a woman in Florida apparently got hit by a flying turtle.
I missed that one. But since we're going with animals and stuff, I'll do this one first. Let's see here. And get rid of this and open this.
There's a mystery animal in a tree that turned out rescuers went out and got it, and guess what it was? A croissant.
A croissant.
It was a croissant.
How do you confuse that with an animal?
I don't know. It's Florida.
No, it's Florida?
I don't know where it was.
Well, this one is Florida. And I have a video to go along with it. I'll read the article first. Let's see. Wait a minute. What the hell am I doing? I don't even know.
Got a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes.
Wrote a song about it on here. Here's how it goes. Man, I'm miss a week, and you think this is like the first time I'd ever done this.
Done what? It was the first time for everything.
Yep. Okay, here we go. This, I don't know if y'all saw this on the news or not, but it's a Florida man. And this is the kind of Florida man I can get on board with right here. This guy, a man from Florida saved his 3-month-old puppy's life by fighting off an alligator that attempted to eat his Cavalier King Charles Spaniel named Gunner. The incident was recorded by Florida Wildlife Federation surveillance cameras in partnership with F-Stop, which typically captures bobcats or deers in the area. Gunner's owner, Richard Wilbanks, 74, instantly jumped into the pond nearby his home when an alligator emerged from the water and dragged his puppy in. "They're like children to us," he said. "There's no second thought whatsoever. I just jumped in on him." Both the owner and the canine did suffer some injuries from the attack. The dog only had one little puncture, and Richard's hands got kind of chewed up. But I'm going to play the video here in a minute.
No.
Yeah, you got to play the video because this is Florida man saving his dog.
Did you have to like rip the? I can't. I seen the article, and like when I go through these, I literally have to like look my side eye because it has your like animal rescues and storm drains, all this shit. I can't because the images will stay in my head forever.
This is badass, and it's Florida. This happens. Like I have friends and family that have lost dogs exactly this way, and this guy, Richard Wilbanks, is a badass because he jumps in on this alligator. And if you watch in the video, he's got a cigar in his mouth. He jumps in, and granted, it's not a huge alligator like the news said. Some articles are like huge alligator.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's enough to puncture the dog's neck and make it die.
Yeah, I think he got a puncture on the leg. The dog's fine. Richard's hands got kind of gnarled up. But the badass thing about it is, other than jumping in on the alligator and saving his dog's life, this dude's smoking a cigar, and he don't lose that damn cigar through the whole ordeal.
It didn't get wet?
Yeah, I think it got wet, but it's still in his mouth. So here we go.
He's probably fighting down on that thing so hard. I don't want to see the dog hurt, though. I don't want to hear it though hurt.
Oh, come on, video. You got to play. Come on, man. Don't let me down. Here we go. Yep, cigar's wet. Comes up, still in his mouth.
Is that it hissing?
That's his dog, kind of yelping.
Oh.
Gets the dog out. Now he's got his hand stuck in there. The dog's like, "Screw this shit. I'm out of here." And Mr. Wilbanks ain't letting go of that cigar. He's going to dry it out and finish smoking it. and he's probably going to have this alligator's head on the wall. The dog's like, holy shit, I thought I was dead.
Is he okay?
Yep. The dog is fine. They said, however, I could go and read the article. They said the dog's really not too hyped on getting close to the water.
Well, no shit.
Right
He shouldn't be in the first place in Florida. God damn it.
He said they keep him on a leash now because he's one of the family. And,
Do you walk your dog around the water?
No.
Would you walk your children around the water's edges?
Probably more so than my dog. But I don't have any kids, so my dogs are my kids. But hey,
He
that's
is
hard
a
for you.
hero.
Yeah, man, he jumped in, kicked that little alligator's ass, and hopefully he made some vittles out of him, and he's got his head on the wall. He's like, nope,
I'm sure he do.
not today, not today. Yeah, it was a little gator. He may have had a little more of a problem if it was like a 12-footer. But yeah, that's a Florida man I can get behind right there. Richard's a badass and right. He's like, nope, not happening. Not on my watch. Ain't eating my dog.
No, I mean, like, I was going to make a dirty joke. When you said that's a man I could get behind.
Oh. I don't know. Jumping on gators.
Yeah.
You might be getting behind me.
Maybe.
Oh, that's horrible. Iced coffee.
Was he on the Swamp People show? I don't know.
I don't think so, but probably going to have some offers now. Hey, Gator Man. Hey, Gator Man. Want to do a show?
Right? Let's see. You know what pisses me off? Just off topic real quick.
What's
I
that?
had a TikTok up that was a piece of clay that was shaped like a wang, and it went and crunched some nuts, okay? By TikTok standards, if it's a dildo, it's a prop. So even though it looks like a penis, it's okay. Look what this guy straight put up. So my clay gets taken down. But look
I tried and did my best.
what this man has up. It's a full-on wiggling weight. A full-on wiggling wang.
A wiggling wang.
Yeah, it's supposed to look like a picture and then where'd it go? It's supposed to look like a picture and then start moving.
Yep, that's a
See
wiggle.
that?
That's okay.
And then to show it's not a frozen picture, he's gonna give it a little wag there. But my stuff gets taken down.
Yeah, they've always
For a
picked.
fake prop
They've always
that
picked.
I
up.
duetted.
You know, when you first got taken down, I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna piss them off, and they're gonna take me down, and I could like put anything up there, and they never said a word to me. And you get taken down again.
You got a shitload of views.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, they don't like weed smoking videos. Let's do a weed smoking video and put that up. Boom, like tons of views.
They don't like the 420 hashtag.
Yeah, on yours. Mine was okay.
I guess so. All right. So police respond to and some of these articles are a little over a week old because last week, but police respond to report of a home intruder and then they find a robot vacuum, and you still have it all on me.
Oh, yeah.
4/20, April 20th. Police responding to a report of an intruder at a California home. Oh, that other one was supposed to segue into a different story, but I'm doing this one since I'm already reading it. That was another Wang thing. Police responding to a report of an intruder at a California home broke down the front door and stormed the house to find the suspected burglar was actually the owner's robot vacuum. She said her and her 2-year-old daughter were sleeping when she was awakened by the sound she thought was an intruder in her home. About 1 a.m., I hear over my meditation music, boom, 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 she told the TV. She texted her friends to tell them there's a burglar in her home. I was like, hey, someone is in my house. And they were like, call the police. I was like, oh, yeah, call the police. Snyder called 911 and hid in her bathroom with her daughter. She said she heard the police break down her front door moments later, followed by the sound of laughter. The police discovered the suspected intruder was the family's robot vacuum. My son turned on the vacuum cleaner because he didn't want to do chores before he left for the weekend. We hadn't used this vacuum in almost 2 years. It went down the stairs. And so a North Carolina couple, I guess they had a similar situation in 2019. So yeah, and people, what is happening? You know, like people's common sense is like dulled out by something. Like you're gonna text your friend, someone's in my house.
Yeah.
And they have to tell you to call the police. Like, dude.
Yeah, exactly. There's your first flag.
Yeah. Now, where was that? I've got them all spread out because
That's what she said.
well,
which one is it?
Oh yeah.
This is a grenade.
The grenade. So a German bomb squad finds a reported grenade was actually a rubber sex toy. April 27, police in Germany said a bomb squad was summoned on a report of a grenade spotted by a jogger in the woods, but they arrived to find the object was a rubber sex toy. The police headquarters in Lower Bavaria said the bomb squad was called to a wooded area.
Wood.
Outside, that must be where everybody, chunks their stuff when they're done.
Yeah.
Outside the city near the Austrian border, on a report of a hand grenade and a plastic bag found by a jogger. Oh, I bet it was like a fleshlight or something. The bomb squad arrived on, or like a pocket. The bomb squad arrived on the scene and discovered the grenade-shaped object was made of rubber and was accompanied by 2 condoms, an empty bottle of personal lubricant, and a USB charging cord. Police said the bomb squad did an online search and confirmed the suspected explosive was a harmless sex toy. Investigators said the condition of the plastic bag indicated it had been in the woods for quite some time before being discovered. So yeah, somebody was out there really enjoying nature.
Yeah, they dumped their whole load right there.
Yep. They're like, damn it, I don't have a charger. Because I'm trying to think like what would look like a grenade, but those little accordion looking thingies.
Yep.
That might look like a grenade.
Good. Hey, there's a grenade in the woods. We found a grenade in the woods. No, it's just a rubber dong.
Yeah. No, it's just a pocket pleasurer.
Pocket pleasurer. Wow. Well, how do I follow that? What do I have? Yeah. Well,
yes, Marie, make a drink. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Oh yeah. I'm drinking green tea, and I just opened an iced coffee. This Colombia iced coffee. I don't recommend it. It tastes like rusty buttholes.
I was gonna say like butthole.
Yeah.
Today's Keith and Chris's anniversary. I always remember because the wedding was on Cinco de Mayo. It all came up in my memories today.
So this guy, Florida man, picture pretty much explains the whole thing here.
Okay.
You know,
When a picture literally says the 1,000 words.
yes, this picture is saying a lot right now.
Okay.
A Florida man accused of trying to smuggle drugs into jail using a prosthetic leg. Well,
We need Jason's
yeah, drug to bank.
drugs are bad.
Exactly. Oh man, I love it when my articles disappear on me. Okay, a Florida man. Damn it, Florida! Come on, man. Can't you have more guys that jump on alligators and save their dog? No, we got a guy trying to smuggle drugs into jail. A Florida man.
Was it his leg?
I think so. Florida man allegedly tried to smuggle drugs into jail using his prosthetic leg. Keith Adams, 37, is accused of using an artificial limb to try to sneak in a gram of fentanyl and some Xanax into Pinellas County Jail on Saturday. Adams was taken into lockup after the arrest for allegedly possessing cocaine and resisting arrest earlier in the night in Largo, Florida. And before being transported, police asked him if anything was concealed in his prosthetic leg, and he said no. And then they found the drugs. The drugs allegedly landed him 2 more additional charges, according to this report. He's like, damn, they looked in my leg and found my drugs. Shit.
The one place I didn't think they'd look.
I don't know. When you go to jail with a hairdo like that, I'm just saying. This got a pretty mouth. Poor guy. Going to jail, I got to take my drugs with me.
Well, I used to have like my friends, when they knew they had to let themselves in, they'd call it taking it to the, they got to take it to the bank. I'd see them with their dollar bill, their plastic bag, and roll that thing, so tight you could smack it. There's like a match in there. It's basically like what you'd put in the butt end of one of your survival knives, but it's basically into a little tampon shaped thing that you take to the bank. So they go, wait, gonna bank it. I hung around some nursing people, yes.
Yeah, it's like when you're going in jail and you think, oh, they won't search my fake leg. When they ask you, hey, anything in your fake leg? No. That's not mine. How did that get there? People going back with no common sense.
Well, come on, dude. Look at go back to that.
Exactly.
Look shot.
Picture says 1,000 words. What are you gonna do?
So I was going to talk about the Millennium woman who gives birth to 9 babies, but I'm not going to. But a woman gave birth to 9 babies. They all lived. She broke the Guinness Book of World Records for it.
Damn, it's a wonder she didn't break something else.
Whew. Yeah.
Wow. Damn, 9 kids.
That was supposed to be like Speedfire. And then we know that the Chinese rocket is likely to make an uncontrolled re-entry on May 8th. So we're a couple days off from that.
Yep.
One thing I did see that was cool. No, you know what? I'm going to do the one about the guy. Oh yeah, there's your mummy article right there, Christina. I had it there. I just didn't talk about it. And we heard about the Canadian lawmaker that was caught naked, right? On his Zoom call.
Oh, where's that picture at?
He said he didn't know. Like, how do you not know? I don't know if I want to read the whole thing, but they're on a video conference and he was straight back there, totally naked. Like, come on, dude. Like, you did not know. He's changing by a flag. Okay, so this guy worked on a paranormal reality show.
Look at the lady's face over to the left there. She's like, what the?
Okay, let me get the article. I didn't know if you had the picture. So, Ontario, a Canadian Parliament member was caught stark naked in a virtual meeting of the House of Commons. William Amos, who has represented the Quebec district of Pontiac since 2015, appeared on the screens of his fellow lawmakers completely naked Wednesday. The pandemic has meant many Canadian lawmakers participate in sessions via video conference instead of in person. A screenshot obtained by the Canadian press shows Amos standing behind a desk between the Quebec and Canadian flags, his private parts hidden by what appears to be a mobile phone in one hand. It was an unfortunate error, Amos said in a statement sent to us by email. My video was accidentally turned on as I was changing into my work clothes after going for a jog. I sincerely apologize to my colleagues in the House of Commons for this unintentional distraction. Obviously, it was an honest mistake and won't happen again. Claude, a legislator for the opposition, whatever party, raised the incident in a point of order after question period, suggesting that parliamentary decorum requires male parliament members to wear a jacket and tie and a shirt and underwear and trousers. Speaker Anthony Rhoda later thanked him for her observations and clarified that while he had not seen anything, he checked with technicians and confirmed they saw something. He reminded lawmakers to always be vigilant when they are near a camera and microphone. So, in this day and age right now of Zoom calls, Zoom school, do what a little piece of tape on your camera too, like when you're not using it, take it off. Think about what you're doing.
Well, he's taking it off, all right.
Yeah. But okay, so we went for a jog and he was getting ready for the conference. So he's like, "Oh crap, I gotta get ready." Everybody's ready for the Zoom call, and I'm just like me. I'll hit play for you guys, and you'll still see me setting up. But I know I hit play as I'm setting up. I don't know how it accidentally. It's too many.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to salute his country, or he had a reason for this.
I think Ariana got it. He was taking pictures of his wiener.
Right? He probably was, because the phone was right there and he's right between the flags.
He's like, oh shit, we're live. Oh damn.
Probably posting on Tinder or something.
He's like, whoops. Yeah, well, this day and age, got to be careful taking wiener shots, especially when you're in a meeting with Parliament.
Well, jeez. And I thought that pesky shared his story button was bad on Snapchat.
Yeah, exactly. Golly, I do like how it just opens your camera up that involuntarily sometimes.
Oh, yeah, that's always fun.
Yeah. Okay. What else do I have? I'm trying to keep up with chat here too. Yeah, Zach, you missed the guy I did, the Florida man. I was thinking about you. Florida man jumped in on an alligator that snatched this dog. He was smoking a cigar, fought the alligator off, got the dog loose, got his fingers chewed up, but never lost that damn cigar. Let's see. What do I have? What I got? Yep.
2 turntables and a microphone.
Jamie mentioned the Chinese rocket that is, uncontrollably orbiting around and it's going to smash down somewhere.
Oh, the China
rocket.
Mm-hmm, China rocket. They know damn well where it's supposed to go.
So the only other thing I got here is I told Jamie I was getting getting into cryptocurrency, and I made my first. I'm doing the Doge.
My mom thinks I should do what we're talking about, and said the 25 isn't going to break me. Just do it.
Yeah. Damn it, where's the picture? Come on, here we go. Yeah, I've been in. I was fully against cryptocurrency. I'm like, no way, cash is king. One world order, one currency. I'm never gonna do it. And well, that was a few years ago, and I've been hovering over it for a while, but I didn't know what I was doing. So I finally sort of figured out what I was doing a little bit, and I finally bought some cryptocurrency. And Dogecoin, it was created as a joke, and now Elon Musk is behind it. And Elon is kind of a strange dude, but he's a smart MFer. And
he's gonna be on Saturday Night Live this week too, talking about it.
That's one of the things, one of the reasons why Doge has gone batshit crazy. It's been sitting at like a penny, 2, 3, 4 cents for like. It came about in 2013. Well, I'll just read the article here. Dogecoin continued its recent surge Wednesday, hitting all new time highs and making even the most skeptical admit that the vaulted $1 price goal is looking more and more achievable. The cryptocurrency that wasn't meant to be taken seriously spiked just under 70 cents before losing a little ground. As of 10:30 a.m., the digital currency was up 19% in the past 24 hours and almost 14,000% year to date. Dogecoin's market cap now stands at $84.88 billion, putting it ahead of several other cryptocurrencies that are been around a lot longer and more serious coins, so they say. Put another way, when measured by market cap, Dogecoin is more than 6 times more valuable than American Airlines right now. So there's people still saying it's a joke. People still saying it's not real. But $1,000 investment in Dogecoin at the start of 2021, if you would have put $1,000 in Dogecoin beginning of January, today it would be worth over $135,000. So if that's a joke, I'll be laughing my ass all the way to the bank. And that same investment, when crypto launched in 2019, if you'd have done it in 2019 when it was like half a cent, it'd be worth $364,000 today, as of today, right now. 10,000 new Dogecoins are programmed to be issued every minute for the rest of eternity, meaning the value was never meant to hold. But pushes from everyone, from Elon Musk to Mark Cuban to Guy Fieri, have kept it in the spotlight, and traders have decided to defy logic. Ultimately, though, it's an individual investors who are driving the price up, determined to be a hodler. To hodl the crypto and take it to the moon, it's as much as affordable amusement that upsets the pro trading community as its serious financial vehicle. They took it seriously enough, however, to get outraged when Robinhood's crypto trading went down Tuesday. So you hear all these ads, like if you look into cryptocurrency, you hear about Robinhood, how easy it is to use and everything. And everybody's complaint is when a crypto like starts spiking and everybody's wanting to buy or sell, Robinhood conveniently locks up. You can't do shit. So it's pissed a lot of people off. But increasingly, companies are jumping on board with Dogecoin. Earlier this week, the Oakland A's began selling seats for Dogecoin. And Mark Cuban last week said the Dallas Mavericks would complete over 60,000 Dogecoin transactions in April alone, adding that it's a crypto that people can actually use versus hold. The same enthusiasts declared April 20th Doge Day.
April 20th.
April 20th is supposed to be 420. But anyways, they hoped to put the crypto's value to $1 on that day. It didn't happen. It pretty much took a dump that day and went down, but that would have been a great time to buy more of it. And I was still hovering over the I don't know what I'm doing button, but I got in and I bought 1,000 Dogecoins, and since I've bought it, I have more than doubled my money. So I'm still feeling good at this point. Sketchy, but hey, if it goes to $1, my $300 investment will be well received. Turn $300 into $1,000.
Yeah. I was trying to do it right now, but I didn't realize I had to have the app first. I put my email in with your referral code, but I have to do it from my other phone.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, if you look at the news, a lot of news people, a lot of traditional stock people are shitting all over it, saying it's a joke. You're crazy if you put money in it. You got to be insane, blah, blah, blah.
That's what I thought about Bitcoin and everything else, though.
Yeah. Yeah. The people that bought Bitcoin way back in the day are like bazillionaires now.
Except the poor guy that forgot his password.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, 50 cents.
I'm only doing it because I didn't do the Bitcoin because I didn't understand it, the whole mining, and it looks like you can mine whatever on here too.
Yep.
But I'm just figuring I'm gonna just see what happens. It's like a gamble. Like my mom said, you can drink $25 in Red Bull in 2 days.
Exactly. Would you rather have those 2 days of Red Bulls, or maybe a year from now have, you know,
A case of Red Bulls.
Yeah, that, you know, your $25 investment all of a sudden is worth like 100 grand.
Yeah.
Be like, damn, I'm glad I missed those 2 days of Red Bull.
So yeah,
Or
I'm gonna take the gamble, and I'm not into the crypto either. Like I'm the biggest. You know, it's got to be tangible, and you know, with gold, you know, them talking about if people keep adding this, it's just like just printing money. There's no value to it. It's gonna have no value. People are saying, and yada yada.
See, I talked to several like people that I know that have been, you know, investors in stocks and this and that, and they've been playing that game for a long time, and they, you know, they've made pretty decent money. And I mentioned cryptocurrency, and they're like, "Oh, it's like might as well be talking about the devil," you know.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Oh no, I'm not doing any. That's way too sketchy. That's a Ponzi scheme. That's a, you know." I heard like all these excuses, and I'm like, "Yeah, but what about the people that invested and have made like millions of dollars?"
Even like Zuckerberg, like those, what are those Willyvis twins or the Willyvis Van? Who are the twins with Zuckerberg?
I can't remember their name. It's some weird name.
Yeah, well, anyhow, they had invested way back when, and so when it got hot a few years back, they became like billionaires or something.
Yeah. Well, you know, Elon Musk is behind it. When his son was born, whatever his name is, AIXXIA1 or whatever he calls him. Hey, you know, Elon's kind of a strange dude, but he's a smart dude. And he bought an undisclosed amount of Dogecoin for his son. So I don't see him thinking it's total stupidity to buy that, put it in his son's name. And he has been pushing it, and he's been leaving these cryptic messages. You know, he can't come out and just say, hey, buy Dogecoin today because it's going to go. Can't do that, you know. But he's been leaving all these cryptic messages like on Twitter, on his Twitter account and stuff, and you have to really kind of analyze them to figure out what he's saying. But he's leaving these cryptic messages. He did a playlist the other day, and the name of the songs on Spotify, the first letter of each song, if you go
spelled it out.
Yeah, it spelled it out. So, and you know, now he's going to be on Saturday Night Live, and he's supposed to be doing a skit called the Doge Father.
Yeah, he calls himself the Doge Father. Since we've been talking about it, I started looking into it the past couple of days and stuff. But I agree. I think Elon is an incredibly brilliant man. I don't agree with some of his tactics, but I don't see him malicious. I don't see him doing things in a malicious way. And we kind of always know where he stands in a way. Like he tells you, like, dude, I'm going to put a chip in this monkey's brain, and, we're going to put chips in people's heads, and, like, he tells you what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think he's just a really, really brilliant mad scientist, and I have respect for him. I don't like everything he does.
Yeah. I was watching some interviews and stuff with him, and, he was talking about, they mentioned the AI, and he's like, oh yeah, we're doing AI. And he goes, I'm just saying that sometimes you might not want what you wish for.
Mm-hmm.
He's like warning people, he's like, we're working on it. People want it. We're doing it, but you might not like what you get, because
be careful what you wish for.
yeah, that's exactly what he said. He said the AI that they've been working on is extremely smart, and it learns faster than, he said, basically it's going to keep going. It's going to be smarter than any human ever.
Yeah, that it's going to like outnumber people and get to the point where like it outsmarts itself somehow. Like,
yeah, Zariana,
it's like, how crazy do you want it? Because we can do it.
Yeah, that's the whole other thing with him being on Saturday Night Live. A bunch of the Saturday Night Live people are, protesting because they don't like Elon, because he doesn't agree with their left-sided fact
politics.
Yeah, so they're protesting. He's like, hey, you don't have to. Lauren Michaels was like, you don't have to be on if you don't want.
Yeah. They're making it. They have fun. You lose your spot.
So hey, yeah, I read an article that said they had created a safe space for them.
For him?
For them. Elon's like, yeah, I'm game. I'm doing it.
A safe space for them, like away from him, you mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's he going to do to him?
If he says something that upsets them, they have a safe place to go.
Oh, Jesus.
They can huddle together.
Christ on a cracker. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
Like a room, like a smash room or something, or
room, so you can
a Twitter room, so
you can get away from the
real quick.
billionaire. He did make a yeah, I agree with you, Mary. Saturday Night Live. I used to watch it, like, back in the 70s, 80s. It used to be funny.
Way too political.
It sucks now. I haven't watched it in years. I'm gonna watch it just because Elon's gonna be on it, and I'm an investor in Dogecoin now, so I'm gonna be watching that and watching my crypto wallet at the same time.
Yes, sir. I watch it, and it's like, especially when like pandemic and it was all like on Zoom and everything, really lost me. But once certain presidencies changed years back, it just got so worse. And
yeah,
I mean, it was one thing, to make fun of, the way they used to make fun of stuff. It was lighthearted and funny, whatever side you were on. And now it's just like a news media.
Yeah.
So moving aside from that, I keep seeing that wooden wang. So this is something that's kind of cool. A crew installing a pool at a Las Vegas home finds ice-aged animal bones. We don't always put completely weird stuff. I like to pick out stuff I just think is cool sometimes. But April 29th, a Las Vegas couple said workers digging behind their home for a pool installation made a surprising discovery. A set of bones that could be up to 14,000 years old.
And they weren't made of rubber.
They weren't made of rubber. Matt Perkins, who recently moved to, and they don't eat a chaja, moved to Las Vegas with his husband, said they woke up Monday morning to find Las Vegas police officers were speaking with workers digging out the hole for their backyard pool. Kind of freaked us out. Perkins told the Journal. Learning the workers had found buried bones. Perkins said his mind was eased when the police determined the bones, found about 4 to 5 feet under the surface, were not from a human and were likely thousands of years old. We had joked on Friday that while they started digging, oh great, maybe they'll find a dinosaur for us and we'll pay for our pool, Perkins. No shit, told whatever TV. Perkins and his husband contacted Joshua Bond, director of research of the Nevada Science Center. Bond said the bones likely came from a horse or other large animal. Wait, is a woolly mammoth an ice age?
Oh, I believe so.
Or a dinosaur? He said the bones could be up to 14,000 years old, dating from the Earth's most recent ice age. What we found was when we were excavating the backyard pool, they were cutting through ice age layers of sediment, and sure enough, they had a skeleton of an animal. He's now working on a plan to have the bones removed, turned over to Bond before the concrete's poured on the pool. Because, yeah, they need to have it like carbon dated and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool because, you know, Rob and I'm sure a lot of you like to maybe do a little treasure hunting, a little digging, and metal detecting, things like that, and looking for arrowheads and just any kind of cool thing from the past. And always dreamed of finding, you know, dinosaur bones.
Yeah.
But to find something like that's pretty exciting, I think. Especially
Definitely.
if you made a joke like about a dinosaur and then you end up with like a woolly, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
no way, dude. We just willed that into our backyard.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been some crazy finds here in Florida. Not so much dinosaurs, because I don't, I think back then Florida was underwater, but tons of shark's teeth, megalodon teeth, all that stuff. And like the craziest places, like, everybody thinks, oh, let's go shark hunting at the beach. And yeah, you can find them at the beach. They're usually small ones, but you got to go way inland here in Florida to find them. You got to go into the swamps and the creeks and the boggy areas. And
Down
that's where
to the bayou.
Yeah, that's where you find all the damn big ass shark's teeth. Yeah, I got a woolly mammoth tooth sitting in my living room right now. I had 2 of them, but I traded one.
I thought you had 2 megalodon.
I got a big megalodon and a couple of small ones. I traded one of my woolly mammoth tooths for one of my hand beaten Tibet singing bowls back there.
Oh yeah. You got another one?
Nope, I'm fresh out.
All right, so I feel like there's one I'm wanting to do that I'm missing. Another cool thing, and this is, I think, in Austria. A melting glacier reveals World War I cave shelter and artifacts. And this is what's cool, is like everything is so preserved.
Yeah.
Where are my notes?
This one would be pretty cool.
Researchers have recovered a treasure trove of World War I artifacts from a cave shelter in northern Italy, revealed by the melting of a glacier. During the war, the cave shelter housed 20 Austrian soldiers stationed at Mount whatever on the Alpine front, close to a famous pass. While people knew the shelter existed, researchers were only able to enter it in 2017 as the surrounding glacier had melted. A science coordinator of the Heritage Project stated. Inside, they found food, dishes, and jackets made from animal skins, among many other items, he said. The artifacts illustrate the very poor daily life of the soldiers, who had to deal with extreme environmental conditions. Winter temperatures could drop to minus 40 degrees Celsius, minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit, he added. Soldiers had to fight against extreme environment, fight against the snow or the avalanches, but also fight against the enemy. The artifacts are a representation, like a time machine, of the extreme conditions of life during the First World War, he said, adding that more items appear in the area every summer as the glacier melts. It's sort of an open air museum. 5 years ago, the bodies of 2 soldiers were found, along with documents that allowed them to be identified, and their remains given to the families. That's cool. The artifacts from the cave shelter are being preserved and will form part of the collection, due to open in late 2022 at a museum dedicated to World War I in the northern Italian town of Bormio. The shelter was occupied in the first days of the war by Austrian troops, who made it completely invisible from the Italian side from aerial observation, according to a statement from the White War Museum located in northern Italy. A total of 300 objects were recovered, including straw mattresses, coins, helmets, ammunition, and newspapers. The findings in the cave give us, after over 100 years, a slice of life at over 3,000 meters above sea level, where time stopped on November 3rd, 1918, when the last Austrian soldier closed the door and rushed downhill, reads the museum's press release.
Yeah, I had pictures and they disappeared, so I just grabbed a couple more. But yeah, there's some of the stuff that was found.
Yeah, so that's really interesting. And, I love history. I love when we get to learn these things, especially with so much history being erased and changed and everything nowadays. I think it's really cool when we're discovering this other stuff, like the different petrographs and on the mountains and different things being unearthed right now.
Yeah.
All happening at a strange time.
I'm like trying to share a picture and like everything else is opening up. My calendar's opening up, all kinds of crap. But yeah, the picture out front, I'm like, what is that? Like a lantern or something? And then it opens up into this like huge bunker full of.
Isn't that a lantern or is that the door?
I don't know. Is that the lantern or is that a door? I don't know what it was.
Oh, I think it's a lantern because look at the little number underneath it.
Okay, yeah.
But they show you a cave. They show you what the tunnel looks like, and they have like a chicken wire. It looks like across the top to keep the rocks from falling. Those bottles, though, that's what gives me the goosebumps and the excitement when I hear like old bottles and coins.
Yeah.
Bottles and cans. Just clap your hands. I get very excited.
There it is.
I miss my
kind of see how big it is in this picture.
Antique cabinet I had.
There we go. Yeah, it's like, weird. It shows the mountain. It's just a snow-covered mountain. You never would have a clue that anything like this would be under it, full of all kind of artifacts in pristine condition.
Yeah, and that's what they do. They try to hide it from, what was it, Italy?
Yeah. Yeah, who knows what you can find in there? Who knows what they found in there but haven't said.
Oh, that's some of the good stuff people find in their pocket.
Yeah.
Jewelry. Well, I'm sure they didn't have like a shitload of jewelry and stuff, but
yeah, like Ulrich saying, ITC images on the ground and around the digs and stuff. That's one thing, like, you know, I'm making all these coin rings and spoon rings and stuff, and I'm getting all this, like, these old coins and flatware, silverware and stuff from, you know, 1930s and the 1800s and stuff. And every one I make, I'm like, I'm wondering, you know, where's this coin been? You know, where's this fork been? How many people have this fork fed? You know,
Yeah, like has
kinda,
this coin been down a soldier's boot? Did it fall
yeah,
down an outhouse?
yeah. How much energy to each of these items that I'm working on? How much?
And then all the energy that's in it, along with your energy that you're putting into it, all that gets trapped into these pieces.
Yep.
That's why I like working with hands, like my clay. You know, you're putting your energy, all that into your creations.
Yeah.
And I believe objects hold on to.
Yeah. Speaking of those rings I'm making.
Oh, Zach, you should. Oh, it's probably scary to send it in the mail. I was gonna say, why don't you send it in? I'm collecting my. Well, I haven't found any yet, but if I find any Georgias and Floridas, I'm just gonna save them and send them to you.
Just getting ready to open the ghost box over here, and I'm getting some kind of fatal error on the good old Windows machine.
A fatal error.
It says I'm out of memory. Well, ain't that a bitch? Somebody steal my memory?
And I didn't. So I didn't remember shit.
Seriously, like literally, like I'm going to reach for the computer and boop, this thing comes up. Now the whole thing's locked up. Murphy, you're a dickweed. Is it still running? It might still be running.
Oh.
And maybe it's not. Maybe it's
It
just.
sounded like an error code.
Yeah.
Butt wipe.
Okay. Well, Control Alt Delete's not working. Closing the app's not working.
What do you mean? Me and Aussie guys have some very old giant's rings, Michelle. Like they had big old hands.
Or actually giant's rings. Like,
Yeah, like the giants. Oh. Like the giants or actual giants. Does Australia, did they have giants?
okay, well, I guess I'm just going to have to restart the whole damn computer. Not this one, this one.
Well, when you're doing that, I can tell the story about the guy who was the extra on that show.
Yeah, that sounds good because my computer being a dick.
So, you know, some people are skeptics, and until they have their own paranormal experience, you know, you need to experience something sometimes to believe it. Well, this guy says he worked on a paranormal reality show, but what I saw off camera really terrified me. We've all been there. You're channel surfing on a lazy Saturday afternoon when suddenly you land upon a green night vision scene showcasing a group of ghost hunters. But what, if anything, is real and what's just TV hocus pocus? Well, after booking a gig on one of those paranormal reality TV shows, I got my answer. You know the shows I'm talking about. Television is currently flooded with series that feature ordinary folks sharing their supposedly supernatural encounters, or investigators camping out at a haunted location in the hopes of finally capturing something infutable real on camera. Several months ago, while scrolling through a casting website, I found a call for actors to reenact a paranormal encounter. I've done a few acting jobs before, but nothing like this. Still, I figured why not give it a go? So I sent over my photos and acting reel. All in all, it was a relatively painless process. I emailed back and forth, chatted on the phone a few times with the casting directors, and because they would be shooting the reenactments with no lines, there was no need for me to audition. My reel was enough. Within a month, I was confirmed for a gig on a well-known network for one of television's longest-running paranormal reality shows. They won't say what it is, but we probably know. I was stoked, as I've been a fan of these types of shows. Growing up, my grandma raised me on a healthy dose of unsolved mysteries and midnight radio. Pair that with the fact that my childhood home stood on the grounds of a former asylum for the mentally ill, and you have the perfect ingredients to create a paranormal fanatic. While the validity of what happens on some, how valid the things are that happens on some of these shows is somewhat questionable, to say the least. They're undeniably entertaining, and sure, they can be a bit hokey at times, but I still love them. They're also a ratings goldmine for the networks, and in turn drive an entire industry of paranormal fanfare and conventions. Though I was excited to book my role when it comes to ghosts, I consider myself a skeptical believer. As open as I am to the realm of the supernatural and what may lie on the other side, I am very grounded in my beliefs. I'm never going to hear a creaking floorboard and immediately jump to the conclusion it was caused by Casper and his buddies. I want to see convincing evidence. But I'm also open to the idea that some things are beyond our comprehension. On the day of the shoot, I drove to where the show was filming in upstate New York. I thought I was headed to a stand-in haunted house or television set, but my GPS directed me down a long gravel driveway flanked by overgrown cattails. As I pulled down the narrow drive, a decrepit farmhouse with patches of aged siding and chipped trim came into view. When I laid my eyes on the eerie two-story structure, I thought to myself, wow, what a brilliant production design. But little did I know this was no set. Production was filming the reenactment segments at the actual house being featured on the show, the real haunted house. Going to the shoot, the producers disclosed the title of the series pretty early on. I'd heard of the show, but still been a long time since I watched it. Still, I didn't realize this particular program filmed the reenactments at the locations where the events actually took place. And while I was ready, as I could be for my scenes, I wasn't ready for what I'd encounter at that house that day. And then in parentheses, several children supposedly passed away on the property after experiencing various accidents. As if that's not dark enough, an expectant mother reportedly hung herself from a tree in the front yard. Alleged serial killer is said to have once resided inside the home. When I arrived, one of the show's producers quickly greeted me and walked me to a tent in the front yard where the cast and crew could camp between takes. There I met the homeowners, and they shared a bit of the property's rich and deeply disturbing history, as well as a few of their own personal paranormal experiences. As okay, Nearly a dozen bodies have been unearthed in the backyard alone. However, it's unknown exactly how many souls claim the surrounding swampland as their final resting place. The inhabitants of the house say they've seen unexplained shadows and heard disembodied voices and even growls. They claim an angry spirit who lives on the second floor of the house has also made his presence abundantly clear. The family's priest, who was present during filming that day, recalled the time an unseen force assaulted him on the staircase inside the home and left a scratch on his arm. Because we were filming at the very location where the entity allegedly harmed him, he voiced his concern for the cast and crew who were shooting inside the home. But it was this piece of advice he gave us that sent shivers down my spine. Make sure nothing follows you home. He explained that it's common for a spirit to trail someone from a haunted site. That's also putting it in their head. Basically, you visited them at their house, so now it's their turn to visit you at yours. I didn't want to experience that, neither did any of the other cast or crew. The priest claimed that in order to avoid a spirit following you off the premise, you simply had to speak aloud something along the lines of, "If there is anything following me, you're not welcome here, go away." The tactic apparently worked for him, or at least he said it did, so I figured I'd give it a try when I left. I mean, better safe than sorry, right? My scenes weren't until after lunch, so as everyone else was filming, I wandered outside, decided to explore the barn that was adjacent to the house. As I entered the empty structure, I heard what sounded like someone walking on the tin roof of the barn. I rushed outside to see if someone was on the roof, but I didn't see anyone. It would have been impossible to climb the top of the barn without a ladder, and there wasn't one. Besides, everyone else was inside the house, shooting a scene. I was spooked, especially considering why I was on the property in the first place. I returned to the production tent. The homeowners joined me not long afterward. They showed me their spirit box, a piece of ghost hunting equipment that looks similar to a radio, and they explained how the box works. And it, helps you communicate with the dead. The homeowners proceeded to ask the box if there were any spirits present. Almost immediately, a robotic voice replied yes. When they asked the entity to reveal its location, the box said, "In the barn." My heart immediately skipped a beat. One of the homeowners then told me they believed a friendly spirit lived in the barn. They called him Tin Man. He was frequently heard walking on the barn's tin roof. My jaw dropped. Did the footsteps that I just heard belong to Tin Man? I had no way of being sure, so I decided to keep it to myself. Before I could even completely process my thoughts, the director told me it was time to get into costume. I was presented with a mostly black wardrobe consisting of dark jeans, a work shirt, a fedora, and I quickly changed in my car. I didn't know much about my role or what I'd be doing. I'd only been told I'd be playing a menacing looking spirit for the reenactment segments. I hadn't received a script ahead of time because there were no lines to memorize. So when the homeowners saw my fedora, they immediately knew. "Oh, you're playing him." "Him?" I reluctantly asked. They told me about the spirit of the man who supposedly occupies the top floor of the house. They claimed he was by far the darkest spirit that resided in the house, and they believed him to be the one who attacked the priest on the stairs. He had also allegedly attacked another visitor at the house, throwing a heavy can of food at his head. Great. I was playing the man who turned out to be the most evil spirit in the house. And on his own turf, no less. After the homeowners revealed this information to me, the rest of the cast crew came outside for lunch. As we were eating, something caught my eye. On the second story of the house, I suddenly noticed a curtain in a window began to move as if someone was slowly peeling it back. I immediately thought it was unusual because, as far as I knew, nobody was upstairs. I continued to intently watch the curtain when a crew member noticed my gaze. She asked if anyone was up there, and the director confirmed everybody was outside. Someone asked if there was a fan in there. So moving on. Oh, one of the homeowners noted it was probably him, and before anyone could say another word, the curtain pulled back once again, and a ghoulish face stared directly at us. There he is, she said matter-of-factly. Oh, there he is, she said matter-of-factly. She had lived in the home most of her life, so she claimed to have grown up with this sort of activity. To her, it was commonplace. My hand was trembling at this point. The curtain dropped back into place, and he was gone. So I think I just saw a ghost. His pulse was racing. So he's tripping out. That he did his cameo. He was less than enthused. He was trying to explain away things he saw. He didn't want to go inside.
That's sometimes, though, the skeptics are the best ones to realize there's something more happening than they thought.
Yeah. His stomach began to churn as he entered the house. So I guess he had to end up going inside. He walked up the stairs, locking eyes on the curtain. The guy felt like he was being watched. There's a creepy doll. We spent what seemed like hours upstairs, but we filmed only one scene. Needless to say, I was happy when I could finally leave that room. So the director called my rep. I immediately hopped into my car and left. Remembering the priest's advice, I spoke out loud. If there's anything following me home, you're not welcome. As I pulled away from the property, I wasn't convinced it would do anything or that there was even anything that needed to be done, but I definitely didn't want to wake up and find him standing at the foot of my bed. Driving home late that night, I found myself continuously checking my rearview mirror to ensure nothing or no one was in my back seat. See, I don't do that because I'm afraid I'm going to look in my mirror and actually see something, and that's going to cause me to wreck. Like, if a ghost can't, like, physically kill you, they can kill you by default. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't want to see no eyeballs looking over my shoulder.
No little goblin on your shoulder, like
no little goblin gargoyle on my shoulder. So he kept checking. His mind was racing. He was spooked. He kept replaying it over and over. So basically, he was a skeptic or a believing skeptic, went in there and started having all these experiences. Now, because they were filming and doing all this and like the face, how do you know production wasn't screwing with him on some things?
Yeah.
Like playing jokes. And then, the priest to plant that in his head, that's already like telling you, it's like putting that in there.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
If I just wanted to write a story about it, or if he really did have these experiences, it could happen. Yeah,
it can definitely happen. I mean, I always say I'm a big skeptic myself. I'm always like, did that really happen? I'm always questioning things. And, but sometimes things just happen and you just can't explain them. Like, you just can't explain them. Sometimes I see stuff and I'm like, am I just like, am I losing my mind?
Yeah. How do I know if I lost it?
Yeah. Did I really just see that? Or am I just like seriously going cuckoo? I'm always questioning it, but I mean, I've had a few things and I've seen a few things that just like, and especially like when I've been with other people, like the story I was telling when Steve was on here when we were in the graveyard, and I was like, yeah, I don't think you were there. He's like, I was there. But yeah, that night I saw what I saw, and the other two girls standing next to me saw it as well. When we weren't talking about it, we all saw the same exact thing, and it was freaky, and I got no way of explaining it. You know, if it was just me that saw it, I'd be like, well, maybe I'm just tripping or something.
Wait, was that the dog thing?
No, that was the big, like this big 7 foot tall, like I thought it was like some, you know, cracked out meth head or something, like coming at us. I mean, it was walking right towards us in the graveyard, and to the point where it got close enough where I was like, do we run or do we deal with it? And I turned my flashlight on. I got one of those surefire gun lights, you know, it's like, I don't know how many lumens it is, but it's bright as hell. Boom, I turned it on, and there's nothing there. And I know I saw it. There's no question in my mind that I saw something, you know, and they saw it as well. And a few minutes later, we saw it again, and it was coming towards us. Same thing. I turned my light on it, and it took off to the side like a bat out of hell, and it left so fast that it disturbed the bushes. Like the bushes shook.
Isn't it weird? Like sometimes, and you'll actually see them like go up in like the tree line sometimes, huh? Like they're running along the trees above you.
Yeah.
That's a trip.
Yeah, you know, and things like that. I mean, we ended up going to like Mellow Mushroom after that for the what is it called when the astronauts come back and they go into the
decompress?
Yeah, we went to Mellow Mushroom and we're all just sitting there going, what just happened? What do we, you know? We went and talked about it for a bit, and it was weird.
Did you all have like that weird dreamy fog like feeling too? Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Kind of, but I mean, I knew like tack sharp what I saw.
Or was it more adrenaline?
Yeah, it was adrenaline. I mean, it was, you know, when I saw it at first, I'm thinking, oh, well, that's cool. It looks like an apparition. Looks like a person. Like, and then I'm like, damn, looks like a big ass person. And I'm like, I started getting that, you know, fight or flight.
Yeah, the fight or flight.
I was like, dude's not stopping. We're fixing to go down, you know. And
do we stay or do we go now?
Yeah. And that's when I, you know, pulled out the light, and I figured if it was a person, I mean, this light I have is so bright that it's going to blind them. They're not, you know, they're not going to be able to see what's going on. And
especially if you flash it.
Yeah. And when I hit that light, man, it was just like gone. And it wasn't like complete, like black pitch dark. I mean, it was, you know, the moon was out. You could see the trees, you could see the bushes, you could see everything. It was dark, but you know, it wasn't.
And your eyes start to adjust.
Yeah. And we all saw it. And I don't know what it was. And it wasn't too long after that, you know, I got that weird picture from that same graveyard that had that weird kind of almost looked like an Indian with a headdress on.
Oh, yeah.
And then it wasn't too long after that where whatever came from that graveyard I did something to piss it off, because that thing was on me like stink on shit. For like 3 months, that thing made my life miserable. And I mean, it was bad. And Sam and me ended up going back down to the graveyard, and I'm like, we got to go talk to this thing or these things or whatever's happening here. And you know, I mean,
I think I kind of remember.
Yeah, we would go down there and like talk to the people and, you know, read newspapers. Sam was always reading newspapers, and we were bringing flowers
and like fixing up this, like cleaning up, bringing flowers, and
you know, telling them they weren't forgotten. I don't know what happened, but the right side of that graveyard, like even Steve was saying, it's a very unsettling thing on that side of the graveyard, and that's where it came from. And man,
is that the one that you always felt like didn't like you for some reason, like you did disrespected or did something to it and you didn't, but
Yeah.
you got like a crazy vibe, like it was sketchy with you?
Yep. Very sketchy. It like stuck to me for a long time, and it was definitely messing with me, messing with my head. You know, you talk about having a spirit attachment, man. That thing was stuck to me like glue. It was a freaking nightmare. And
Wow.
we ended up going down there one day and just like hashing it out. Like, hey, you know, I'm like apologizing. I'm telling them I'm sorry if I pissed you off somehow. You know, we come here with utmost respect. We always try to clean the place up. You know, if you don't want me
I
here, fine.
remember that too. And you brought bricks or something.
Yeah, I was like, if you don't want me here for some reason, fine, I won't come back. But you got to leave me the hell alone. And you know, I kind of felt a little weird sitting there talking to whatever this thing is, you know, that I can't see. I'm thinking, am I crazy? Maybe, but I'm fucking talking to this thing, and I'm telling
It's a
them,
presence. That's an energy.
yeah,
It'd be like if you're blind and you can't see the person in front of you, but you feel like when you're sleeping and you know when someone's like looking at you, and also you just feel it and you open your eyes and there's like someone right there.
yeah,
You just feel that energy and you know you're talking to, there's something there.
yeah, yeah. I could feel some weird energy. Like at first, it was real combative feeling and real. I was real uneasy, and you know, and I just kept talking, and Sam was talking, and after that day, it was done. You know, it worked. I just told them, I was like, you know, I apologize for whatever it was I did. You know, if you guys can tell me, tell me.
So you can make it right.
Yeah. And
I was convinced for a while before that apology. I was like, is she bringing stuff back or something from there that's, pissing them off? Or I was kind of blaming, her in a way for bringing something around or
yeah,
doing something.
she would take some things from there, but she would always bring like tenfold back, you know,
Yeah.
whether it was flowers or, you know,
But
whatever.
I thought whatever she took could have been something that
Yeah.
was the thing that pissed him off.
Yeah. Whatever it was, man. You know, when I first went in that cemetery, and I still have them, there's an open casket there, and I took pictures of it, you know, and I mean, I stuck the camera in there.
Before all that happened?
Yeah, way before that happened. But yeah, I've always wondered, that was a pretty shitty thing to do, you know, but I was like curious to see what was in it. The curiosity kills the cat. Well, it bit me in the ass, maybe. But yeah, I'm thinking that's the only thing I can think of that I did, you know, other than going there and like cleaning, picking up trash and, you know, cutting weeds and moving dead limbs and trying to make the place more presentable every time we went there. You know, I thought maybe that's like, I thought that would be a good thing to do.
And you don't know whose casket it was, right?
No, it's the one that we bricked up because people were tearing the bricks out of it, you know, and we'd brick it up and people would tear the damn bricks out of it again. And we were constantly, you know, putting the bricks back. And
That's so frustrating.
yeah,
Pick one of those little scrubs up by the coattails.
yeah.
Foot up a dog's ass. Foot up
Well,
a dog's ass.
there was some ghost tours that were going in there too. So, you know, and I'm not going to blame the ghost tours because I know some of the people that do them, you know, and I know they're not going to sit there and let, you know, one of the people, you know, pull the bricks out of this grave. But, you know, once the ghost tour's over, those people can come back to the graveyard anytime they want. So, but, you know, I'm like, hey, hell no, that's some badass mojo that you're going to put on yourself doing shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when I went up there and took pictures, it was open. You know, I didn't open it. it was already open. But maybe when I did that, I pissed somebody off. But yeah, we've never been able to find the name.
I remember when you had done that, and I was thinking, well, if you didn't have it like resolved, I'd try bringing like copies of the pictures back and say, if this is what made you upset, I'm returning it to you, and like bury the photos. But it seems like you've taken care of it.
Yeah, ever since that day, it hasn't been an issue. I've been back there plenty of times since.
See, because you guys sat down, talked it out.
Yep. Yeah, it was weird. I think it was. It may have been the very next day or something that we went back. We pulled up out front, and I had the Spiritus on in the car, like playing through the car stereo. And man, my computer just did it again. Damn this thing. And Sam was like, wow, I could go for some ice cream. And like within 2 seconds out of the ghost box, ice cream. She was like, you guys want ice cream too? And it was like, yes. I'm like, wow, this is just too weird.
But it works like that. Like when I was getting up, I was like, yeah, I want some pizza. My box is like pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting the cold pizza. And then the TV at the same time in the background was like, grab me a piece of pizza from the fridge. I'm like, no way.
Well, this thing's still running.
Okay.
Well, no, now it's not. It just completely crashed again. Okay. I'm done putzing with it, and I'm going to go to something else. I'm going to try this. Let me get rid of all these pictures and all this shit. Weird, man. The thing sat here and ran the whole time when we were doing the news. And right when I go to reach for it, it crashes.
The whole time while we did sound check.
Yeah. And the whole time we were just talking, it's just sitting here perfect. I go to turn it up and boom, crashes again. Try it one more time. In the meantime,
I'm going to be 44 tomorrow.
I was going to say, it's your birthday tomorrow.
44.
It's actually after midnight here, so technically here, it is your birthday.
That's like one, I have to like remember that for a whole, do you know how hard it is for me to remember my age all the time?
Well, just think how I feel.
I still say 35, and I was like, oh no, wait. My mom laughs. It's a joke with my sister. Because like sometimes I have to call my sister. I'm like, wait, how old am I going to be again?
Yeah, I'm to that part where I'm like, how old am I? 57, 58.
It's the part where I just don't even give a shit. My brain is still, I've got the humor mindset of 12, of maturity, and learn some lessons.
Do you hear that?
I heard something for a second. It's very quiet.
Yeah, I turned it down because do you hear music playing? Okay, come on. Why is nothing working tonight?
Because that's been the name of the game for the past 6 months.
Oh, man. Let's go to a different browser. I tried this out earlier. Everything worked perfect. Now we're doing it live and nothing wants to work. Come on, you can do it.
I wanted to drive to the coast tomorrow, but because it's DMV mess, I'm still riding dirty. I just don't even want to take a chance, even though I'm paid. And then some.
Yeah.
I just don't want to take a chance. And that crack is probably going to cost me like $349.
Wow. Okay, let's try this again this time. Oh man, you psychotic bastard. Here we go. Preparing audio banks, optimizing audio. Almost done. Okay. Can you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Is my air conditioner too loud?
Nope.
What did she say? Don't do crack? Why would I say about crack?
Yes. Don't do crack. That's probably a good idea. So I was going to run the new revised version of the Talisman, but my little Windows laptop here is being a pain in the D-hole. So now I resorted back to my Mac, and I am running the Hope Paranormal, the HSB1, which is Josh's new app that you can go to hopeparanormal.com. If you haven't checked it out, go there and you can play it right off the browser, which is what I'm doing right now. Let's see if I can share this. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Maybe. Hey, is it going to work?
And see, I still haven't pulled it up on mine yet to try it.
There we go. That's what it looks like right now. Anybody in the chat room tried this out yet? Said something about Elon.
That we're testing it out right now.
Can you guys tell Jamie happy birthday? Yeah, I would use my Paranologies Pico, but I still haven't got it yet. I applied for a refund and haven't got an email back. It says this runs in Firefox and Chrome and something else. I'm actually running this in Safari on my Mac. So I don't know if everything's here like it's supposed to be, but it seems to be working.
I get to play on my YouTube here so I can see it.
Yeah, Briar. The picture that I saw of yours, it looked pretty funky. At least you got something. I can't even get a response from that turd.
So it's got the gauge in there, and then what's the speed? Oh, is that the sweep speed on the other side? Is this like a sweep speed and
Yeah, I think so.
then the gate?
I guess the speed is kind of like a pitch.
I like how it's got the spectrum, like the spectrum on there, like that.
Yeah.
And so it's saying audio bank, T-Talk mix, random announcement 5 seconds. So are these pulling IP? I don't know if you've already said this while I was replying.
It has a banks in it.
So it does have banks.
Yeah, this is like a first run. I messed with it a little bit today, but this is pretty much the first time I've let it run this long.
Yeah, I have his video. I just hadn't had a chance to watch it. I was hoping to watch it tonight, and then all that other hell broke loose.
I'm going to hold out for mine. It's become a game at this point.
Yeah.
I'll probably lose, but I'll probably put it up for sale if it ever shows up, because I really don't have any intention of using it.
I would finally get it and then do a video like a hammer and be like, piece of shit. Boom, made me wait a motherfucking 2 years. Chris Press bomb.
Yeah, literally, it's going on 2 years. Come on, man. There's no excuse for that. I don't give a shit what happened. You could lose a leg and an arm and still be able to do it within 2 years.
Yeah.
Excuse after excuse after excuse.
But yeah, he was able to get other things accomplished.
Yeah.
Prayer says she can give you yours. She's like, it's a piece of shit, but I can give you mine. How come you don't like it? Breer. What makes you not like it? Does it just doesn't speak with you? It's not your type of thing, or does it just not work? works, with all the different apps. Everybody else has kind of like their favorites, their favorite go-tos that they just seem to connect with the best. And it depends how much time you put into letting it run or tuning in.
I'm going to try this again in Chrome like it says to use.
Oh,
Okay, it looks like it's going to work in Chrome. Maybe.
disappointment. I can't wait till I can use my earbuds with this.
Yeah.
I guess I still have to buy them.
All right, cool. Yeah, I was surprised it was working on Safari. Yeah, the one that Briar got looks nothing like the picture that it's supposed to be.
Serious?
Yeah, like so who's wanting to talk with us tonight? With the HSB1.
Do you know what holiday the day is? Do you guys know that you can talk to us through the machine? Talk to each other. You can talk to us. And our friends in chat, if you can see them, they're listening. You can say messages to them.
Can you say what holiday it is again?
I think Debbie heard. like taco spirits?
Everybody likes tacos.
I know. So I wonder, do spirits, if they were, there was always tacos. Maybe not. Did you say something about food?
So we need Josh to come on here and tell us how to run this thing properly.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, we got Josh's picture there, but we need Josh. So I sent him a message and told him we're kind of playing with it right now. But maybe we'll see if he's got an open Wednesday and wants to come on and do a review with us. A demo. All these incredible things that he sent me. What did that sound like to you?
What other day is coming up, spirits?
Are we going to have good luck with eclipse season?
Who is Sue?
Which hose? Put the lotion on the side. Do you know who made? Can you, any of you, tell us the name of the man that created this app? Or what his team goes by? Oh my God, I thought they were going to say Josh.
Yeah.
Do you know Josh? With hope. Can you give us a validation word? I kind of wish I had my earbuds.
Yeah, Lori wants to know if the spirits know whose picture that is on the app. He talks to you guys a lot.
And while we're doing this, I'm going to do a shameless plug real quick because I need some cat vet bills that are adding up really, really fast. But I've got 5 portal jewelry protection crosses left that I'm going to be photographing and putting on my page again soon. And I'll have all the information with it, what stones are in them. Each one has protection stones, protection charms, and that sort of thing. So if anybody's interested, I'll give information where you can get these, and it will help very, very much get my poor little kitty taken care of.
Exactly. You got a couple of those to show?
What's that?
You got a couple of those there to show?
Well, I was just kind of holding them up. Oh, yeah, here. I just put it back down. We've got this blue evil eye on a silver chain. And then there's a matching purple pink one with lots of rose quartz in it with the pink purple evil eye. I've got, I already sold the beach one. This one's like a turquoise one with the guardian angel feather on it. And an all black with the feather charms, got the onyx obsidian, all that in there. And the Ditok glass with the box chain, another evil eye charm on this one. And I've got some of the photos. Josh has his on his box. I've got mine on mine. Steve has his in his little center. And a lot of people have them on their boxes, but you can do what you want with them. But each are full of protection. They've been blessed. And I just really need to do something to offset my cat bills right now. He's got special needs, and I'm afraid I'm going to be losing him, and I don't know how I'm going to afford to even give him a comfortable remainder of his little life. So if anybody's interested, I'll put that up tomorrow on Facebook. And all of that go towards Little Love Bug.
There's the one that Jamie made me like how many years ago now?
Oh, that was one of the very, very first prototypes. Probably like 4 years now, huh?
Yep.
Yours has that nice amethyst in the middle.
Yeah, it's got a big old chunk.
I have mine on my, wait. I don't know if I can zoom in here. Wait. Where's my finger? I don't know. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down just a little bit.
My Tiffany box one.
Cool. I know Ariana liked one of them, and Debbie wants you to send her info on one of them too.
Awesome. I will definitely put them up.
Evelyn wants some info too. Cool. Yeah, they're definitely cool, and it's not something that you see like, you don't see those everywhere. It's kind of a unique item that Jamie makes.
All handmade. There's no patterns, no forms. I cut all that by clay and do all the inlay and the epoxy overlays and all that by hand.
See, if he was over here, you could be working in my workshop, and we could be jamming out all kinds of.
I know. I always think about that. I wish we could combine workshops and have just one big old cool fun place to go play in and create. I did find a piece of wood yesterday though.
Did you?
I think I'll be able to at least get I promised Rhodey when I got back into custom Ouija talking boards
Oh,
to do the wood burning that she would get the first one. Well, that was like 5 or 6 years ago. So I found a piece of wood I think will work. So I'm going to do that for her, but
nice.
I've had my eye out for scrap wood, and I want to do the wheels, like the pendulum wheels also.
Yeah, I'm on the lookout for some more sterling silver. I'm haggling with one lady. She wants way too much money for it, and but I put those 8 sterling spoons up, and I sold 6 of them today already, so there's only 2 left.
So really, dang.
Yeah. And actually, I haven't checked my email since before starting the show. So, yeah, today was a big day for orders. I got lots of work to do tomorrow.
I keep my eye out, and if I see stuff like that, I'm just going to send it to you. Any little parts or things like that.
Yeah, I got one lady that I found. I think she's on Marketplace, and a friend of mine actually alerted me to it. It's this silverware that's really cool. It's got dragons and stuff all over it, and it's
no way.
You don't ever see that, and it's not a full set. It's like, I don't know, it's like 14 pieces, something like that. And she's like, hey, do you want to split this with me? And I was like, yeah. She was asking, I think, $75 for it or something. And I'm like, it's not silver or anything, it's just regular silverware, but it's really cool looking, and it's old. And she offered her 60, and the lady was like, nope. Or no, she offered her 50. The lady was like, nope. And I sent her a message. I said, I'll try. I said, what's the best price you can do on the whole set? And I'll come pick it up with cash in my hand. No reply.
Cash infused.
Yeah, no reply. So,
do the dragons, would the dragon be able to like go around your finger?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah.
It's pretty cool looking stuff. I've never seen it.
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah. So I may just have to bite the bullet and hay out the wazoo for it.
I definitely think you'd come back on it.
Yeah. Yeah, these silver spoons that I got, they weren't cheap. Anytime you're buying sterling real, 0.925 silver, it ain't cheap. But
yeah, it's not stainless steel.
Yeah, I was lucky to find those 8, and then she's emailed me back with some more stuff. But man, she wants a lot of money for it, and I'm like, God, I got to be able to make a little money here. So we're gonna have to do some haggling. It's like, I ain't buying this silverware to eat my tuna fish with.
See, Azriana would want a dragon one.
Ah, cool.
Who just said? Breer says Josh Lewis will be in your neck of the woods. He's going to St. Augustine for an event.
We better hook up.
Yes.
Yeah, Josh doesn't live that far away. He lives
more south.
I say that not far away. He lives on the southern end of Florida. I live on the northern end of Florida. We're on the same coast, but we're still like 5 hours away from each other. But yeah, if he's coming to St. Augustine, I definitely want to hook up with him while he's here. Well, cool. Hopefully next week I'll have my stupid Windows machine working. And we can test out the improved version of the Talisman. Anthony redid it, totally redid it, fixed a bunch of things, added different sweep rates, different banks and stuff, and it's sounding really good until my computer was like, I don't want to play anymore. Yeah, Florida is long. Everybody's like, oh yeah, it's just South Florida, but yeah, like Miami's like 6 hours from my end of Florida, so, and the Keys is even further.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get Josh to come on maybe next week or so, and we'll do another workout with the with his spirit box here. So cool. It's a little after 2, so we're gonna hit the high trail out of here. And happy birthday, Jamie!
Thank you.
And y'all buy those protection crosses from her. Goes for a good cause, and she worked hard on it.
My baby.
Save my baby. At least you don't have alligators jumping up and snatching them.
But his back legs are dragging, and I'm afraid I don't know what that is coming out of his head. If he's got cancer, it's just a lot of stuff, and you know, all the babies had problems from the beginning.
Yeah.
And he's the last of the babies, and his back legs drag, and I'm just trying to make his life happy as can be, but I'm worried about whatever's growing out of his head now, and the fact that, you know, he's having diarrhea and other problems.
Yep, there are babies for sure.
I don't want my baby suffer.
Do you still have your jewelry page up?
I do. I haven't like updated it, but like I put these up the other day because I was going through my box because it's like Mother's Day. These little hummingbird earrings.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Swarovski crystals, and I still have my page up, but I haven't been good about updating like what I still have in inventory or what's been sold. I really have to get to it.
Yeah.
I was going to go to Etsy, and then when it came to the whole tax thing and all that, I'm like,
oh yeah. Yeah, since I started this thing, I got the full-on business license and all that. And man, I got the IRS is sending me stuff every day. I'm like, settle down, guys. Haven't made any money yet. Man, they're like on me. Packets after packets. They want their money. Good old IRS. Well, anyways, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And we'll be back again. We'll be back Sunday for Paranormal Soup. Then we'll be back again next Wednesday for Weird Wednesday. Y'all have a great night, great rest of the week, and we will catch you then. Bye-bye.